I'm going to throw a cylinder. So I've got my clay on my wheel head, sealing it off so water doesn't slide underneath. Start the process of coning it up and compressing it down. There are just a few steps that make throwing a cylinder different than throwing a bowl. A bowl is considered an open form, and a cylinder is the type of form that you will use when you make vases and bottles and pitchers. So a cylinder has a flat bottom and a bowl has a concave bottom. Okay, so I'm going to just cone up one more time and compress it down. It should be fairly centered. There we go. Okay, drop my hole. This is the same as when you're doing a bowl. Same process. Remember, anytime your hands get dry, go ahead and get fresh water. Put it on there, just release gently and put your pressure back on gently. Check to make sure you don't have too much clay on the bottom. I want 3/8 of an inch to a 1/2 inch of clay. Got about 3/8, that'll work. I'm gonna go back in there and just seal up that hole a little bit. Okay, this is where things get different. We're going to put our fingers in the bottom. Instead of hooking them and pulling them towards us such that they make an arch, basically a concave bottom, we're going to hook them and we're going to pull them parallel to the wheel head. So hands go back in. Left hand isn't applying any pressure. Right fingertips are just hooking and staying level with the wheel head. I'm going to stop before I pull so far that I pull a ring of clay off. Now I'm going to go back down to where I was and I'm going to open my form up. If I were doing a bowl, I would lean back and pull this open. But because I'm doing a cylinder, I want it to have a narrower neck. So I'm going to push a little bit in as I pull open. So now there's some pressure between both my right fingertip and the heel of my left hand. And I'm going up and pressing in, making sure that I always have that narrower rim. Okay, ease my pressure off and release. Now that my form is opened up, I can go in and compress the bottom, remove any wet water, clean up that shape if I need to. There we go. And then start pulling my walls. So I'm going to do that at 3 o'clock on the wheel head. I like to start by making a little undercut. And the difference here, again, with then the difference between a cylinder and a bowl again is that as I'm going up, when I'm doing my pull, I'm leaning inward so that my cylinder is going up, and again, my rim is narrower than my base. Remember to go in and clean out old water, but then put fresh water on. We just don't want water sitting in the bottom because that'll loosen the clay that's in the bottom, and you can end up with S-cracks as your piece is fired or bisque firing. So I'm just going to do another pull. Ease my pressure as I get to the top because I don't want a thin rim. And remember, gently release. Okay, so there's my cylinder. If I need this to have straight walls, I can take my wood tool, put that on the outside, take my hand on the inside, and I'm just going to put pressure between the two, the tool and my hand, and I'm going to squeeze, and I'm going to walk my hand up on the inside. And that should help to straighten that wall out a bit. Okay, so I get the tool in place, and then I slowly walk my hand up. Ease my pressure off. There we go. So there we go, fairly straight walled cylinder.